Hi everyone, welcome to the Vision Straight training room. This is basically what I do every single day. I sit and we record, and today is no other different day. Only thing that is different actually is the level of excitement and expectation, because we're doing a staff training workshop and a webinar in collaboration with BBGR, and the topic for today is service delivery. We have been running a series of webinar training sessions for the optometric industry across the country and the continent, and the first topic was consumer analytics, the second topic was innovative communication skills, and today it's all about service delivery. Service delivery in an optometric practice is what yields the sales in that particular practice. When service delivery is at an all-time high, sales will continue to be on an increase. And so you need to understand that service delivery forms the foundational basis of sales in the optometric practice. And so today we're going to be talking about various components of the business that influence the service in that particular optometric practice. Looking at appointment no-shows, looking at problem solving, looking at delayed orders, whether it be your spectacles or your contact lenses, incorrect orders or change in script, various different problems that arise within the optometric practice. We're going to be detailing them on as much information as we possibly can. And then we're actually going to give practical examples in terms of, now that we are going into this new way of doing things post-COVID-19, the lockdown restrictions are being lifted or being eased. How do optometric practices continue then to add value into the communities that they are serving? The biggest mistake that I've noticed as optometric practices is that we become very complacent and we become comfortable in just going into routine. The stuff that we were doing 3 or 4, 5 years ago, we end up still doing today, even though everything else around us has changed. So service delivery, it's not just about the trade that takes place between yourself and the consumer. So for example, if I'm selling these books, right? Someone just buying the book and receiving the book, the service does not end there. How they even get to receive the book in the first place, there is a service delivery component involved in it. There's a service excellence component that is very, very important. Once the trade has taken place between myself and that particular individual, or between the company and that particular individual, what are the after service protocols that we need to follow in ensuring that we are exceeding those expectations pertaining to that trade that has taken place? So it's very, very important that you understand the impact that service delivery has on the sales of your business. And so today's training session was all about that. And I'm excited for this afternoon because it's a 2-part series. A lot of people are not able to join in the morning because they've got patients in the morning. So we did the training in the morning, but we're running the same training in the afternoon. So if you never had an opportunity to join today, please make sure that you connect with us in the afternoon. Follow the BBGR Facebook group as well. But most importantly, also connect with Vision Straight across our different social media platforms, because we're sharing a lot of content pertaining to optometry practices during this time that are there for you, so that your practice can get to the next level of excellence, revenue growth increase, and of course transformation. So basically, I did this video because this is what we do. I recorded this video before the presentation is about to start as my way of getting comfortable in front of the camera. A lot of people don't know this about me, but I'm very shy. I'm very, very shy. So when I set up the banner, the background, getting my station right, getting the books right, making sure that I'm dressed for the occasion. Sometimes I wear a tie, sometimes I don't wear a tie. Sometimes I'm worried about my voice and I go on and on. Sometimes there's so many factors that influence my presentation. And so I just wanted to give you insight in terms of how do I go about planning something. There are times where I will do that promotional video and it looks so awesome and it's ready. But then there are times when I'm like, okay, what's next? What do I do? What do I forget? Or you realize at the end of your presentation that you did not communicate effectively with the audience. So there's so many things that we do. One thing consistent though, I prefer standing. When I'm standing, I feel like things. I've got a room full of people that I'm imagining. What do you do? I would love to hear what are some of the things that you do. A lot of people are shy and they think that because of their introvertedness, they can't get in front of the camera, not realizing that, funny enough, you have to make the camera not be about the camera. You need to be thinking that, okay, who am I talking to? Who's on the other side of that camera? Who is going to be receiving this information that I'm sharing? Will the information that I'm sharing with them be relevant, be authentic, be genuine, be specific enough for them? So when we're preparing a presentation like today, we're thinking of the following. The optometric practice, who has been in practice for multiple years and looking at continuously growing their business and taking it to the next level. We're thinking of the newly qualified optometrist who has just started the optometric practice. We're looking at the international audience. We're looking at the people who are in the public sector in Africa. We're looking at various components that when we're preparing our content, we need to make sure that we are covering different aspects of the content. So the examples that we will be giving would be examples pertaining to different people that are connected with us. So that when you're doing a 1 hour or 1.5 hour presentation, people are connected, people are engaged. Because sometimes, like for today, for example, I know I'm sharing a lot of information in a short space of time. I'm not going to have the luxury of constantly engaging the audience in the chat box. Whereas other webinars, I'm going back and forth with regards engaging people in the webinar. So I must make sure that when I do that, the approach then is such that when people do ask questions or are listening in 45 minutes later, am I still saying things that cause them to think differently? Am I still saying things that are resulting in them saying, I'm experiencing that in my practice. That's what I need to do. And so they can't wait for the Q&A. So different webinars are different because it's a 9-part series. So you have to make sure that every presentation is better or it's different from the previous one. Otherwise, it can become very monotonous and people can be unengaged. So for example, in the afternoon, I'll be wearing something different doing the same presentation. Anyway, that's just my world. Hope you all keeping safe. COVID-19, we will overcome it. And so we just need to constantly adapt, evolve, learn new ways of doing things and adjust what we need to adjust. And we will all come out of this thing very strong